Imagine a city so powerful and prosperous that it led an entire league of Greek city-states, its influence stretching across the land, its wealth and culture the envy of its neighbors. Helike was not just another settlement, it was a beacon of civilization, a place where art, philosophy, and commerce flourished side by side. Its streets bustled with merchants, philosophers, and worshippers, all contributing to a vibrant tapestry of daily life. But then, in a single terrifying night, Helike vanished. Not by the hand of an invading army but by the raw, unstoppable power of the earth itself. The ground shook violently, splitting open as if the world itself was tearing apart, and a massive tsunami swept over the city, erasing it from the map. This is the true story of Helike, a city swallowed whole by the ground and sea in a single night. Its buildings, temples, and people disappeared beneath the waves, leaving only legends and mysteries behind. For centuries, many dismissed Helike's fate as mere myth, a cautionary tale told by ancient storytellers. Yet the ancient accounts were too consistent, too detailed, to be ignored. Writers from across the Greek world described the disaster in vivid detail, passing the story down through generations. Helike was a center of culture, commerce, and worship, especially of Poseidon, god of the sea and earthquakes. Its grand temples and bustling marketplaces were a testament to its importance in the ancient world. Ironically, the very god they honored would be forever linked to their destruction. The people of Helike believed Poseidon protected them, but in the end it was the forces he commanded that sealed their fate. Roman writers claimed the city's ruins could be seen beneath the waves for centuries, haunting fishermen and travelers who glimpsed stone columns and statues on the seafloor. The ghostly remains became a source of wonder and fear. How could such a significant city simply disappear? What forces could erase it so completely, leaving almost no trace on the surface? The mystery of Helike's sudden end has fascinated historians, archaeologists, and adventurers for generations. The search for Helike became a quest to solve one of history's greatest mysteries. Teams of researchers have scoured the land and sea, piecing together clues from ancient texts, geological evidence, and underwater discoveries. Today, we'll uncover what life was like in Helike, the warnings that went unheeded, and the relentless search to find the city lost to time. We'll step into the shoes of its citizens, explore their beliefs, and witness the moment disaster struck. This is more than a story, it's a journey into the heart of a vanished world, a place where myth and history collide, and where the echoes of the past still call out to us. The search for Helike is a quest for a lost piece of our own human story, a reminder of how fragile even the greatest civilizations can be, and how the earth itself can change the course of history in a single night. Helike was the capital of the Achaean League, a confederation of powerful city-states that shaped the destiny of ancient Greece for centuries. As a political and cultural powerhouse, Helike stood at the crossroads of history, influencing art, philosophy, and governance throughout the region. Its grand temple to Poseidon, god of the sea, drew pilgrims and worshippers from across the Mediterranean, making Helike not only a religious center, but also a thriving economic hub. The city's strategic location on the Gulf of Corinth fueled its prosperity, as fertile lands and bustling harbors supported agriculture, fishing, and vibrant trade networks. Ships laden with Helike's prized goods, olive oil, fine wine, and beautifully crafted pottery, set sail from its ports, reaching distant shores and connecting Helike to the wider ancient world. Helike even minted its own coins, often stamped with Poseidon's trident, a proud symbol of its wealth, independence, and devotion to the sea god. The city thrived as a vibrant cosmopolitan center, alive with commerce, music, and lively debate, where people from many lands mingled in its busy markets and grand public spaces. Its citizens enjoyed the height of Greek civilization, surrounded by art, learning, and innovation, unaware of the disaster quietly building beneath their feet. Today, artifacts and ancient writings let us glimpse a city at its peak, bustling with life, culture, and ambition, right before it vanished forever beneath the waves. Helike was truly a jewel of ancient Greece, a beacon of prosperity and culture, extinguished in a single tragic night. Yet, its legacy endures in the coins, stories, and mysteries it left behind, inspiring wonder and curiosity to this day. Picture a day in Helike. The salty air, sunlit temples, and bustling markets. Farmers brought olives and grapes to the agora while merchants traded goods from distant lands. Citizens debated politics, children played in courtyards, and families gathered for meals. Religion was central. Poseidon's temple dominated city life, with festivals and rituals uniting the community. People prayed for safe voyages and protection from earthquakes, trusting in their god's favor. Helik's economy thrived on fertile land and a busy port, its craftsmen renowned for pottery and metalwork. The city's coins, bearing Poseidon's image, circulated far and wide. Life was prosperous, orderly, and full of promise. No one suspected that beneath this thriving city, disaster was brewing. In a moment, everything they cherished would be lost. Helik's story is a snapshot of a world on the brink of oblivion. Their ordinary day would be their last. In the days before Helik's destruction, nature sent ominous warnings. Ancient writers described animals, snakes, mice, weasels, fleeing the city en masse. Strange columns of flame lit the night, likely natural gas emissions linked to seismic activity. The people watched, uneasy, but life went on. Some believed these were messages from the gods, but most dismissed them as oddities. A myth tells of Helik's leaders refusing a request from Ionian colonists, angering Poseidon, a tale of hubris and divine retribution. Whether real or embellished, these portents painted a city on the edge. Modern science suggests animals sensed the coming quake, and the flames were geological signs. But for Helik's citizens, the warnings went unheeded. They went to sleep, unaware that their world was about to end. The Earth's message was clear, too late to save them. Disaster struck on a cold winter night. A massive earthquake shattered Helik. Buildings collapsed, the ground split, and chaos reigned. There was no time to escape. The destruction was instant. Then a tsunami surged from the Gulf of Corinth, a wall of water sweeping over the ruins. The wave buried the city in mud and debris, erasing it from the map. Survivors of the quake were swept away, even Spartan ships in the harbor were destroyed. By morning, Helik was gone, replaced by a lagoon where a city once stood. Rescue parties found only water and mud. The scale of the disaster was incomprehensible. Helik had vanished overnight, swallowed by earth and sea. The event became legend, a warning of nature's fury. The city's fate echoed through history as the ultimate example of sudden destruction. Helik was lost, its story just beginning. In the aftermath, Helik's ruins lay beneath a murky lagoon. For years, the tops of buildings and trees were visible under the water, a ghost city haunting the Gulf. Fishermen told tales of nets snagging on submerged statues. Helik became a symbol of divine retribution and the impermanence of human achievement. Over centuries, rivers buried the ruins in silt, turning lagoon to marsh, then solid ground. Eventually, all traces vanished. Helik was lost a second time, now beneath earth, as well as water. Doubt grew. Was the city real, or just a myth? For nearly 2,000 years, Helik existed only in ancient texts, its location a mystery. The lost city waited, hidden for someone to rediscover its story. For centuries, Helik's fate was debated by scholars, its story shrouded in legend and uncertainty. Ancient writers described a city swallowed by the sea, but as time passed, the details faded into myth. Its location was lost as rivers shifted and coastlines changed, erasing the familiar landmarks that once defined the region. The landscape itself seemed to conspire in hiding Helik's secrets. Early explorers, inspired by tales of a sunken city, searched the sea for any trace of Helik. They scoured the waters hoping to find ruins beneath the waves, but they found nothing. No columns, no walls, no artifacts, fueling doubts about the city's existence and leaving many to wonder if Helik was just a legend after all. The breakthrough came in the late 20th century, after decades of fruitless searching and speculation. Archaeologists Dora Katsonopoulou and Stephen Soter re-examined ancient texts, poring over every detail and cross-referencing historical accounts. They realized Helik was likely buried inland, beneath layers of silt, not underwater as previously believed. This insight changed everything. This new theory shifted the search from sea to land, opening up new possibilities and reigniting hope among researchers. The coastal plain was vast, stretching for miles, with countless places where a city could be hidden beneath the earth. The exact spot was unknown, and the challenge was daunting. How could they find one city in such a sprawling landscape? But the idea of a buried city, preserved by mud and time, offered hope that Helik's story could finally be uncovered. The search for Helik moved from legend to science, from myth to method, as researchers combined ancient clues with modern technology. The team needed to pinpoint the city's location with precision, using every tool at their disposal. They faced the daunting task of searching without digging up the entire plain, relying on strategy, patience, and innovation. The quest for Helike was about to enter a new era, one that would demand collaboration between archaeologists, geologists, and scientists from many fields. Now, geology and determination would lead the way, as the team searched for clues hidden deep beneath the soil. The mystery was closer to being solved than ever before, and the world waited in anticipation for Helike to reveal its secrets. The Helike project began in 1988, blending ancient clues with modern science. Archaeologists drilled boreholes across the plain, searching for a layer of silt filled with marine fossils, a sign of the ancient lagoon. After years of work, they found it, a destruction layer with classical Greek pottery and debris, buried beneath meters of earth. The site was inland, not underwater, confirming the ancient accounts. Excavations revealed streets, buildings, and thousands of artifacts, pottery, tools, coins stamped with Poseidon. A life-sized clay head, perfectly preserved, brought the city's artistry to life. The mud had protected Helike like a time capsule for over 2 millennia. The project proved the city's story was real, destroyed by earthquake, buried by tsunami, and hidden by silt. Science and persistence solved a mystery that had endured for ages. Helike was found, ready to share its secrets with the world. The rediscovery of Helike solved an ancient mystery, but new questions remain. Archaeologists continue to search for the grand temple of Poseidon, the city's spiritual heart. Each excavation season uncovers more about Helike's life and sudden end. The city's fate is a warning. Earthquakes and tsunamis still threaten the region today. Studying Helike helps scientists understand the risks facing coastal communities worldwide. The story is a lesson in humility. Civilizations rise, but nature's power endures. Helike's tale connects us to the past and reminds us of our own vulnerability. The search for truth never ends. Helike's story is still unfolding. To follow the latest discoveries and join the journey, subscribe to our channel. The next chapter in the saga of the city that vanished overnight is waiting to be written.